Step quoting is just another form of underquoting. It's grubby, it's misleading, it's deceptive, and ultimately it's a fraud on purchasers. Well, step quoting is sort of helps them get out of the underquoting issues. So step quoting is that they'll put the first price in at, say, 600. Then the next week they'll lift the quote range up to 650. Then the next week they'll lift it up to 700. And then when the property sells for 800, they're not so far out as they would have been if they'd been quoting 600 plus. How many people would do it? I think you'd probably find it's 30, 40, even 50% in some suburbs. Again, it's the demographics of the suburb, which is caused by the demographics of the different agencies as to how much the step quoting is needed. The whole idea of an auction process or anything like that is to glean as many people to the property as you possibly can. So if you're a buyer, for example, out there in the marketplace and you see this glorious house for 600, but it's actually worth 800, you're going to come along and have a look. And then you're going to enter the agency system. Now, whether you actually participate in that auction or not, the agent then is building a database for other properties. And ultimately, that's one of the reasons that step quoting exists. You know, if you're really serious about it, you need to get your fingers dirty and you need to go out and look and really, really look. As many open for inspections as you can. One of the things I advise people to when they're first entering into the market is if you're going to buy a property off one particular company in 3 or 4 weeks' time, go to as many auctions you can of that company beforehand, and you'll see a systematic pricing of what's going on. And that will give you an understanding. So most people, unfortunately, when they first get into the market, are victims of this step quoting and underquoting. In other words, they don't quite grasp what's really going on and they can't understand why they're bridesmaids all the time. But if they actually get out there and understand what's causing the value to go up and whether there's 4 bidders or 5 bidders or only 1 bidders at auctions, then they'll understand more about prices.